I know.
Oh.
It's not the greatest thing in the fucking world, and I was kind of disappointed in this. But
Match was horrible.
We have to timestamp this. Ambulance match between Andre Chase and Ridge Holland. We have to give this at least 6 minutes. So let's give it some. Let's give it some love.
Wasn't even a real ambulance. It was the fucking hearse.
First off, I respect the old school ambulance because that's how the Ghostbusters use that. So you better put some respect on that damn name. All right,
goddamn hearse.
NXT didn't have money. NXT didn't have money for an ambulance. They had to use the shitty ass ambulance. They gave all the money to the props. Okay,
all they had to do is call 911 to real. That's all they had to do.
That costs money. That costs money and insurance. You rather go to Philly.
They got money for it.
Those props they use look like they came from the Dollar Tree. Fuck out of here.
We actually have a woman from Philly. This is Invisible Woman. Is there any like really cheap places to get cheap ambulances?
Wait, okay, what is this in reference to? I'm sorry.
we're talking about the ambulance match between Andre Chase and Ridge Holland, and the ambulance that was there was a very old school, like 50s, ambulance.
Oh, well, I mean, Philly is a very historical city, so I mean, maybe they could have gotten it from here. You know, we have like Eastern State Penitentiary and everything, but I don't think that's yeah. Fun fact though, I didn't notice. I learned something new about the flooring today, and during the Chase University match, and when he rolled up the flooring, I was like, oh, that makes sense. It's very easy for transport, you know.
Yep.
And Alex, they weren't in Philly; they were in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm. Well, they mentioned Philly a lot tonight because, like,
that's because they're going to be there at the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, there's a show coming up, and also I didn't know this. The first Halloween Havoc was in 1989 in Philadelphia. So
yeah, it was WCW.
That's right.
WCW.
We will show that eventually in time, but yes, it was in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and thank you for bringing that up.
Philadelphia.
Hey, but look, they could have went to the junkyard. They could have went to the junkyard and got a real ambulance for like $50.
Exactly.
Hold up now. Before we continue the match, what is your feelings? And I said this to somebody else I was talking to. What are your feelings on Trick Williams passing by a sign that says Chocolate Town?
Oh my God, baby, it was just Chocolate Town.
No, I mean, come on, man. I mean, twice. They showed it twice. Like Chocolate Town, have fun and beat chocolate. I'm like,
I guess to be fair, did not show Ethan Page walking in front of the Chocolate Town sign. It was only Trick.
Yeah,
they are in Hershey. I mean, PA, it's the home of chocolate. So
yeah, but why you gotta pass by a black guy named Chocolate Town, man? Why you gotta do that?
Why the black guy have to dress like Willy Wonka?
Because that was awesome. That was awesome.
And then they called him the King of Chocolate.
I would have called him Tricky Wonka.
He's Trick Williams.
Hey,
they did. They did call him Tricky Wonka.
Hey, that gave me Diddy vibes. Don't you
dare do that.
And he won, so he is the King of Chocolate Town.
I got Diddy vibes off that.
Trick Willie did give me some Diddy vibes off what he was wearing.
It would have been better if he did the roll. He did a nice little roll.
He did the roll.
Oh, cool, nice. I didn't see that part. But we are getting off point. Thank you, Cardella, for your knowledge of historic things in Philadelphia and Pennsylvania. This match was a waste of my effing fucking time. And I'm gonna have the highlights here because I have to say this because I wrote this down.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say too before just slide in real quick. I'm 98% sure that ambulance was just like a Subaru painted white.
That's my girlfriend. I'm gonna marry her soon. That's
Hey, that was a good one.
Okay.
That thing was horrible.
Yeah.
It did.
1980s Pontiac station wagon.
Yeah.
They put the top two.
They're good cars though. Just not beautiful, but good cars. Before the match started, Holland wearing a Roman style mask, Chase University wearing a Freddy Krueger shirt. Start of the match, Chase evading goes to the outside, super kicks Holland. Holland retaliates, headbutts, and throws him to the side of the ring and pushes him over the barricades. Which I have to say, by the way, the match between Oba Femi and Tony D'Angelo, first minute of the match, he fucking barricaded Oba into the barricade. I'm like, holy, I mean, he speared him through the barricade. I'm like, holy shit, I respect it right off the bat. Anyway, back to this match. Crappy landing into the side of the ambulance by Holland. Holland first attempt to close the ambulance. Chase kicks him in the head, gets out, uses a fire extinguisher, and fire extinguishers in the face. Holland uses Dirty to try to he uses the gurney to try to run over Chase. Chase evades, jumps over the gurney to hit him, but then he uses the gurney anyway. Jackhammer move to Chase, but does not pin, goes outside for a weapon, finds I actually wrote down candlestick and find the kendo stick and starts whipping with it. And I did like this little he botched. When he threw the kendo stick, there was two. One went outside. He hit Chase with a couple times, and then he went outside to get the second kendo stick and bring it back inside. Didn't use it, just brought it inside to set up later on to the match. I want to put that out there. Ridge puts him on a chair. Chase counters, does a Russian leg sweep to Ridge to the chair. Kendo stick battle between both of them. Holland exposes the floor, chases as Mrs. Invisible Woman has never seen that before. Holland exposes the mat and Chase's counters with a backdrop. Holland's bitching. Chase starts ramming the gurney into Holland. The crowd is not liking that. I did remember that. People were like, boo, this is boring, this is bullshit. While he's ramming the thing was kind of shitty. Let's see right here. Chase uses a gurney to take him up to the ramp. It encounters Holland, takes him up to the thing and closes the ambulance. The Holland pop his hands out. By the way, Chase finally gets Holland into the ambulance. Tries to close the ambulance. Holland puts his hand out, grabs his eye. Doesn't move on top of the ambulance and hits him with the pump kick to Holland. Redeemer DDT in front of the ambulance. He puts him in the ambulance, closes the ambulance, and for the win. Blah, 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 blah. Why did we have this match? Yes, I know why, because the storyline. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Now, moving on.
Oh.
What up, Cardala? Your thoughts?
Well, no, I mean, I was thinking while I was watching the match that I wasn't particularly interested in either of those men. But I don't know. I feel like Andre is that his name? Chase, the Chase guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He could have won. Like, he didn't make the right choice in like turning his back on the door like that. Like, you could have. If I was in that position, I would have like made damn sure well that door was closed. So, yeah. Oh well. But I thought the beef between
Chase.
I forgot his name. The other guy, the bad guy. Oh my god. Yeah,
Rich.
Holland. Him and Rich Holland and the guy who was doing the interview. I thought that beef was kind of interesting. So.
After the match.
Yeah, but that's something like that Joe loves so much. Dennis, your thoughts on the match and your rating?
Hey, you know what would have been better about this match?
Yeah.
If it never fucking happened.
I know, but it had to happen. There was a storyline ramping up to something.
I'll give it out incomplete.
Damn.
Listen.
It was complete. You can't give it an incomplete if it was complete. The storyline's done.
I'll give it an F then.
Okay, F. That's fine. I respect that. Joe?
I'm going to give it an F, but it's bad when the best part of the match was when the match ended and Rich Holland and Bubba Ray had their little thing up there. That was the best part of the whole damn match.
Yeah. Now I'm going to say this about this match, and I hate to say this. Chase University will always be a stepping stone group, and that's bad. That's worse than Fatal Influence. Fatal Influence is gonna be a transitional champion. We'll talk about that later, or transitional group. But Chase University, you literally got buried by an old man named Bubba Ray later on in the match. Not even later on in the day. Later on in the match. That's just sad. And guess what? You're buried. All three of your members are buried. Thea Hill didn't even get a woman to attack her to be relevant. She hasn't done nothing. So you're really just doing nothing right now. You lost. Now what? Rich Holland also is fucked because he's not doing anything either. Well, we'll talk about that later on. During the show.
Look, to me,
yeah,
this would have been better off after fucking he got put in the ambulance. They should have made Duke Hudson come back. Duke Hudson come back.
As soon as I saw that segment that happened after the match with Bully Ray and Dave LaGreca and Ridge, and look where their next pay-per-view is going to be.
In Philly.
Yeah. Bubba come back to wrestle one time.
At the ECW arena.
Yeah. Now, before we continue, we have a actual, I forgot to say this, backstage segment. I guess I don't have it here exactly because we have the next match coming up. Backstage, a interview